I didn't crash. I didn't burn out. I just stopped. One short reel saying that I was taking a break and then crickets. No content, no launches, no big comeback plan. Just me quietly walking away from a business that no longer felt like mine anymore. And what I rebuilt in the silence, it wasn't just strategy, it was identity level. And now I'm back. Not with a new formula, but with a new philosophy. And this episode is the behind the scenes tour of what I burned down, what I rebuilt, and what you're going to see moving forward. Let's talk about what it really means to build Unbound. You're listening to the From Scratch podcast, the podcast for bold entrepreneurs who are done with cookie cutter advice, done with burnout, and done with building businesses that don't actually feel good. I'm your host, Kary, a near $1 million course creator, brand strategist, and business coach for women who are ready to do it differently. 7 years ago, I hit a level of success and still ended up crying on the bathroom floor. So trust me when I say starting from scratch isn't about starting over. It's about taking your power back and rebuilding on your own terms. Every week, you'll get unfiltered stories, bold strategies, and the mindset shifts you need to build with soul, sell with strategy, and grow something that feels like you. So let's get into it. So here's the truth. Sales were flowing, my systems were working, my audience was engaged. Everything was technically right, but inside, I felt like I was running a business that I had outgrown, or maybe it had outgrown me, I don't know. It wasn't burnout in the traditional sense. There was no dramatic spiraling. There was no anxiety or stress. Just this quiet, gnawing thought that I couldn't quite shake. Is this what I built all this for? So I stepped back. No big announcement, just one little reel that said I'm taking a break for a few months, and it was supposed to be a few months, but it turned into 10. And in that space, I questioned everything. My message, my offers, my systems, my voice. Not because they weren't working, but because they didn't feel like me anymore. So I want to walk you through the 3 biggest realignments that I made during that time away. Because this podcast, my new website, this whole next chapter is built on the other side of that reckoning. Realignment number 1. I stopped curating my message and started telling the truth. Let's start with this. You can say all the right things and still feel invisible in your own brand. I had messaging that converted, but somewhere along the way, I became the narrator of a script that wasn't fully mine anymore. I was clear, but I wasn't connected. So I stopped asking what will convert, and I started asking, what do I actually want to say? And that's where the core of Unbound entrepreneurship came from. Not some branding exercise, but a personal rebellion, building with soul, selling with strategy, creating success that feels like peace in your body, not pressure on your calendar. And the wildest part, when I got honest, everything else became easier. Creating my offers, creating my content, how my sales were going to flow, all of it. Because I know that when you speak from your core truth, your people will know it too. They will feel it. They will remember it. They will trust you faster. So here's your move. If you stripped away your brand down to one core message you actually want to say, the thing that feels like a full body yes every time it comes out, what would that be? Write it down. Not the version you think will perform, the one you mean. Then ask yourself, where does that message show up in your brand right? Is it in your bio, your content, your offers, your funnel? If it's buried underneath fluff or hidden behind polished phrases, it's time to bring it to the front. Take one bold step today to move that message forward. Rewrite your IG bio, repin new posts, a story that starts with, okay, real talk. Let the truth of what you believe lead the way and let your audience feel it. Realignment number 2. I expanded my offers to match the depth of my work. Let's talk about offers because simple is great until it starts to feel like you're stuffing your brilliance into a box. My programs work, but they were getting tight, too focused on efficiency, not enough room for evolution. So I gave myself permission to expand, not just to add more noise, but to go deeper, wider, truer. I built brand from scratch to help entrepreneurs stop blending in and start leading with a brand that feels like home. I created content from scratch so people could finally market with clarity and intention, not just perform on social media. And I designed sales from scratch around real connection, aligned automation, and sales funnels that don't feel like sleazy trickery. And this is just the beginning. What I'm building now is an entire ecosystem, from quick digital downloads to full courses to coaching that moves with you. Because when your business reflects your full voice, people don't just buy from you, they believe in you. So here's your move. Take 10 minutes and map out the version of you who exists today. Not the version who launched that offer last year. Not the version who was told to niche down so far you almost disappeared. Ask yourself, what do I actually want to teach now? What's the transformation I really want to be known for now? Now compare that to your current offer suite. Are you giving yourself enough room to expand, to evolve? Or are you still trying to force fit your growth into a container that no longer fits? Choose one way to bring your offer into alignment with your current brilliance. Maybe it's updating your course promise. Maybe it's adding a new layer to your funnel or restructuring your business. Or maybe it's just giving yourself permission to say out loud that you're ready to shift. You don't have to burn it all down. You just have to stop shrinking it to fit inside this box that you created. Realignment number 3. I restructured my sales system around ease, energy, and integrity. If I had to name the sneakiest saboteur in my business, it was this: a sales system that worked, but only when I was in full performance mode. Every conversion required presence, energy, me being constantly on. And sure, I could do it, but I didn't want to keep doing it. So I rebuilt my funnel from the inside out. I created automated experiences that still feel personal, email sequences that sound like a voice memo from a friend, sales pages that build trust instead of urgency. Now my business can run even when I rest, because the energy is embedded in the strategy, and the strategy is rooted in truth, not pressure. Here's what most people don't realize: your audience is smarter than you think. They don't want to be pushed, they want to be seen. And when your sales system reflects that, everything shifts. So here's your move: set a timer for 15 minutes and walk through your entire funnel from your audience's perspective. Start with your Instagram page or your website, click the link, read the email, skim the sales page, follow the CTA, and then pause and ask yourself, would you trust you? Would you feel seen, respected, or would you feel like just another lead being moved through a process? If anything feels cold, generic, or like copy paste, pick one piece and rewrite it today. Start small. Maybe it's your welcome email, maybe a subject line, maybe the CTA on your sales page. Let it sound like you. Let it feel like service, not persuasion. This is how you rebuild a sales system that still converts even when you're offline and still feels true to you. So now you know where I've been. But more importantly, you know where we're going. This podcast, this page isn't just content. It's a rebellion, a permission slip to stop performing and start building something that feels right. If you're ready to do that, then head on over to karyperry.com. That's where the whole new ecosystem lives now. Free resources to help you get clear, digital downloads that give you the steps, and courses that take you deeper, and coaching to walk it with you. Because you don't need more fluff. You don't need more noise. You need more you. This isn't just a rebrand. It's a rebellion. And it's just getting started. So hit subscribe. And I'll meet you right here every week with strategy, story, and soul. Let's build something unforgettable from scratch.